Hey, it's Squidly. Today I'm going to be taste testing and ranking 6 of the Knorr rice sides. Full disclosure, as I prepare these, even though I'm obviously at home, I'm going to be preparing these as though I'm on the trail. Some of these call for water, but also some milk and maybe some butter, and I'm not adding any of that. I'm going to do this like I'm on the trail, which is whatever amount of fluid it calls for is all going to be water. And of course, I'm not carrying butter out on a backpacking trip. So that may impact how these taste with the way they were intended to be prepared. I'm going to be rank ordering these on 3 criteria. The first one is taste, because this is food. How else do you rank order this? The second one is long day satisfaction. At the end of a long day, how satisfied would I be to have this as my meal? And the third one is ease of preparation. Before we really get started with this, let me also add that these are all rice and pasta blends. They all have some pasta in them, and these all prepare in 7 minutes. This first one is the butter and herb, and when I did the pasta side review, this one didn't go well at all. This was so bad, the butter and herb pasta side, and I think maybe it's just because I didn't have all the ingredients that it called for, you know, the milk and the butter and all that. Maybe it would have been better, I don't know. But I decided to try this one first, and we'll make this one kind of the test and compare the rest of them to this one and kind of see where we go. Wow, as disappointed as I was when I did this the first time in the flavor of the butter and herb, because there was no flavor when I did the pasta side. This one has flavor. At the end of a long day, would I be totally disappointed in this? No. You know, it's not the greatest, and I've had pasta sides before that are pretty good. So this one may be middle of the pack. We'll see, kind of see how it goes. But this one is not bad. In fact, I kind of like it. So you're in first place for right now. Probably won't stay there. This second one is the Spanish rice, and Knorr bills this as a fiesta side. Now, I don't understand why, in order to be a fiesta side, it has to be Spanish or Mexican. Why can't I have a fiesta in English? I don't understand. Full disclosure, I've had this one before, and I already know that it's pretty good stuff. Yeah, this is really good. And if you like spicy food, this would go great with a little bit of hot sauce. A little package of, individual packet of hot sauce to bring with this would be some pretty good stuff. All right, so where do I put this one? As I sort of anticipated, that one is now going to move up into first place. Let's see if it stays. This third one is the Cheddar Broccoli. Wow, if you like cheddar and you like broccoli, you're going to love this, because the flavor of both of those, I'm afraid if I say it's strong, it's going to come off the wrong way, like if there's too much of it. No, it is just right. This is, if you like those flavors, this is really good, and I like both of those. So this would be a good entree at the end of the day. Another solid entry for the rice sides. Now, where does it go? I almost feel bad continuing to move the herb and butter down, but it's not because it's so bad. It's just that I've got some other good ones going here. Contestant number 4 is creamy chicken. And in hindsight, maybe I should have started with this one as the one that was so basic, because it just looks and smells pretty basic. There's not a whole lot to it. We'll see. Yeah, definitely should have started this one as the one that was more basic. Not as much flavor here as any of the others, and so I would move it down. The ease of preparation is really just like the others. You start off adding it to boiling water, turn it down to a simmer, which I guess sort of brings up a stove issue. If you don't have a stove that will simmer or an alcohol stove, you may be in trouble with some of these because you don't just boil the whole time. So I definitely going to move it down here. At the end of the day, would I be really satisfied with this? Probably not, because there's just not a whole lot of flavor here. I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't be totally disappointed, but this would clearly not be one of my favorites. And contestant number 5 is taco rice. And I'm not sure why I have this opinion of it, but I just sort of have this impression that it's going to be like a side dish to something bigger, and so I just don't have a very high expectation for what it's going to be. Right now, I don't think that it's going to end up on this end. I think it's going to be more on this end, but we'll see. Well, that's pretty good. It isn't nearly as flavorful as the Spanish rice, but it's pretty good, especially I think if you add something else to it, add some hot sauce, I would probably put it here in 3rd place. And contestant number 6 is the chicken flavor fried rice. I'm a huge fan of fried rice, love fried rice. And so I'm really hoping that this one finishes on this end because I would love to add this to my menu for future trips. Pretty disappointed there. Not a whole lot of flavor. Really bland. That should have a lot more going on in it, and it just doesn't. This is really not very good. At the end of the day, would I be okay with this? Not really. I'd be pretty disappointed. Now I could eat it, and I'm sure I would completely fill up on it, but my goodness, it just is bland. There's just not a lot going on. So I think this one is definitely a last place finisher. So to finish this up, how did they finish? Number 1, Spanish rice. Number 2, cheddar broccoli. Number 3, taco rice. Number 4, herb and butter. Number 5, creamy chicken. And number 6 is the chicken flavor fried rice. Now, what does this rank order really mean for what Squidly would do on trail? This is it. These 4, I would take any of these, depending on what I was in the mood to be taking. These 2, I probably would not. These are just really bland, don't have a lot of flavor. I probably wouldn't bother with them. That's for me. What do all of these pair with? I think chicken would go with all of these. I think probably Spam would go good with both of the Fiesta sides. And I think andouille sausage would go good with our first place finisher. And my wife is now in the screen, so I'm gonna have to start this part over.
Sorry, I didn't know you were doing this.